Good morning vlog. We are getting ready to go out to Coney Island for the day with my friend Brenna. We're gonna go have a little theme park day for fun. I'm gonna choose my outfit before I start doing anything else on my face because the SPF I want to use is tinted and I potentially am wearing this bodysuit which has to go over my head. So I want to put this on first if this is what I'm gonna be wearing. And yeah, I've got these shorts on. This is cute. I mean, I love this bodysuit. I actually rebought it because I loved it so much. Happy and comfortable in this, but I am just curious what the other shirt would do for me. There's a reason I own this shirt. I wear it literally all the time. I can feel in the bathroom where the humidity is heading, and I feel like if I were to wear this all day, I might get a little uncomfortable. So I've been debating which bag to bring, and if I bring my backpack, I might throw this in my backpack so that if I feel like I need coverage, I could put it on. Okay, we are clearly going bodysuit. I've already put on my base SPF. This is a Summer Fridays Shade Drops, and because I want to go all out today, since I haven't figured out which bag I'm bringing, I might not be reapplying, which is not the best, but if I'm only bringing a fanny pack, I only have so much space. So I am gonna layer the Cicafair color correcting treatment. This has SPF 30 in it, I believe. Not only is it SPF, it's also going to double as my base foundation. Really, all I want to do is color correct today. I'm not looking to do a crazy face. Again, I'm going to be out in the sun, sweaty. I find the hardest part about this product is once I've started applying it and I'm just going in to like touch up certain areas that I feel like didn't get full coverage, I start to lose sight of like what is green and what isn't and like where the color correction has come through. This is the only color correcting product that has ever worked on my skin. Everything else turns me orange and looks crazy. This, I feel like my skin looks so amazing when I use it. I am incapable of saying a sentence all the way through. We are going ultra light today. Because I want to go light, I'm gonna use my finger with my corrector. Kosas concealer today, and I'm gonna take a little fluffy brush, run it along the stick, and just pick up that product. And that's gonna help not oversaturate and just pick up exactly the amount of product that I want. I like to lay it down with the brush and then use a finger and pat it in. I'm not gonna go crazy with my brows, so I'm just gonna give them a little brush through with some clear brow gel. Very lightly, gonna take a dark brown eyeshadow from this palette. And I'm just gonna lightly go over my lash line. Last cream product, I'm just going in with a little bit of Hollywood Flawless Filter on my cheeks. So because this is a mist and fix, I am going to mist my face with this, let it dry down, and then we're gonna powder. So I'm really gonna I'm really gonna pack it into this powder puff. And then this was a trick that I've picked up from Allie Nicole on TikTok. I just take the heel of my hand and really slam it in. But this also helps get off any excess product that was just gonna sit on my face. And then I can take this and really concentrate that powder in. And a lot of times I'll end up with excess powder on here, so I can take it from my hand. I'm actually gonna double powder with the Charlotte Tilbury translucent powder, and I can take this on a puff also and add just a little bit more blush on top. I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless setting spray. Everything is Airbrush Flawless because this is really gonna lock everything in. If it was in my eyeline, I would consider using my little one size that I have, but it's not, so I'm gonna skip that and rely on this. My lip color is over there along with my gloss. So now I just have to sunscreen it up. I actually might wait until we get to where the car is parking. That way I'm not like sticky and sunscreen, but I am gonna make a coffee now because I need a little caffeine before we go. I'm gonna fix up my hair. I think I'm gonna wear a hat. I have to set on my sunglasses because I'm trying to decide if we're gonna go fun. Because I always wear these, which I love. I love them so much. But I have these guys, which I almost never pull out, and I feel like they could be really fun for today. But I don't know with the blue shorts, because I'm wearing blue shorts and a black fanny pack. I feel like I might just want to stick to black and gold. Yeah, I feel like that's the move. Okay, I've got about 20 minutes till I leave. I'm gonna try and film 2 TikToks. I'm gonna do this really fast. I just made myself a little matcha. I picked up some peach lemonade because I've really been wanting a matcha lemonade, and it is delicious. I'm gonna caffeinate, I'm gonna film some TikToks, and then be on our way. Okay, so we are at Coney Island, Luna Park. I'm here with my friend Brenna. We just rode Cyclone.
Yay.
What do you think?
Fabulous, 10 out of 10. Wooden roller coaster, OG of Luna Park, incredible.
Incredible. I wasn't sure how I was gonna do. I think if I can ride that, I can ride anything. So we're in for a great day. Second ride done. We just rode Thunderbolt. That was absolutely terrifying. Everything was steep. It was a straight up, straight down, upside down. Wow, my voice is gone. What did you think, Brenna?
Amazing. There was no structure for the top, so you feel like you're just falling out the entire time.
Absolutely terrified.
10 out of 10.
Terrible. We just rode Spookorama.
Terrifying.
Oh my god. I thought I screamed a lot on Thunderbolt. I screamed the whole time. That was absolutely terrifying. There were things jumping out at us. We were in the dark, pitch black, and the only things that were illuminated were the torturous
beings.
That's the word.
And they jump out at you.
There was there was a sound of a saw, and then we got sprayed.
Yes, water. Yes.
No.
0 out of 10.
0, negative out of 10.
Oh my god.
Awful.
No, terrifying.
Awful.
So whales are very migratory creatures, which means that.
Okay, so we are headed out of Luna Park. What did you think?
So fun.
So fun.
So fun.
Great little day out.
Yeah.
Stopped at the aquarium, which y'all saw.
Worth coming early for the rides.
Yes.
And then just enjoy the rest of the day, food and
Yeah, it was like a perfect little Sunday activity. Yeah.
It's perfect.
Hello vlog, welcome to a new week. I am just trying to make myself presentable for this evening. I'll tell you about it when I'm done blow drying my hair. Oh, that went right in my ear. So much dry shampoo. I'm using the Not Your Mother's Clean Freak, unscented. And you know what? It looks pretty good. This is the thing I love about my hair. She is able to pull it together regardless of most situations. Like, how does she still have this much body? I don't get it. And I'm not gonna ask questions. Something I have learned is to not be afraid of oil. I'm using the Way hair oil right now. I haven't particularly found one that I'm like, ooh, I'm married to this. I love what it does to my hair. It's like a nice big section back here from where I slept last night, and I can tell the curl pattern is like flattened, but I might be putting my hair in a ponytail anyway. The weather is being cuckoo bananas. I probably will not wear this later, but I don't have any plain headbands to just keep my hair out of my face. Once again, we're doing very simple makeup. It is Monday, it's a new week. Last week was so much fun. If you haven't watched the vlog, I feel like I did a bunch. Well, here's the thing, I did a bunch at the end of the week. I feel like the beginning of the week was so chill. I was like, I'm having internal time because I've been doing so much with other people. And then all of a sudden, Friday and Sunday, it was like so many things. I had so much fun at Coney Island. I know I wasn't at my like peak content creation. It is because I usually when I'm doing stuff like that, I'm with people that don't also create content, and I really want to balance like talking to a camera and engaging with my friends in real life. We had a lot of fun. I had very little expectations going in. Coney Island, I feel like when you hear the name Coney Island, you think of the like history of it. At least I do. Like I just think about how many movies it's been in, how many refurbishments it's had, and just like how kind of famous it is in, is the zeitgeist the right word? That also feels so wild. As opposed to like Coney Island as it is today. And honestly, I really didn't know what to expect. I was just like, yeah, it's kind of like carnival meets theme park, or like a stationary carnival. So it's been able to like add these sort of bigger thrill rides to it. And it very much was that. It had 2, 3 really big roller coasters, maybe 4. And then sort of around it was everything else. It's also 2 theme parks, which I didn't realize, but still very easy to like transfer between the 2 of them. They just require 2 different types of tickets, but you can buy both there. It's also free to go, which is really cool. Like if you just wanted to go in and walk around and not actually participate in anything, that is free, which is pretty amazing. It is on the beach too. We got some seaside action in. And by that, I mean, we looked at the ocean. And the New York Aquarium's out there, so we also did that. And it was just a really fun Sunday. I think we got there at like 11:30, we left at 4, so it was a handful of hours to just get out of the house and do something for pretty minimal money, which is great. Like I'm always looking for a budget thing to do. I wasn't sure how many rides I was actually gonna go on because I wouldn't necessarily call myself a roller coaster girl. I definitely have things I draw the line at, just like to protect my anxiety. Like I've gotten off of roller coasters in the past and been dropped into a panic attack. So I am pretty cautious. Like I can kind of take a look at a ride and know whether or not it's going to mess with me. I just wasn't really sure going in. I'm lucky that I had my friend Brenna, she was like, I really want to like do these rides with you. So she was really good at like championing me and being like, I know you can do this, which was nice. We really only rode 3 rides, I think, which is wild. We did 2 of the big coasters, Cyclone, which is the very famous one, and then Thunderbolt, which is 10 years old. The only reason I know that is because it's plastered all over their website. And Thunderbolt was definitely pushing my like what I can do, because it starts off with a 90-degree incline and a 90-degree decline, and then you're like upside down for half the ride, which is so not my style. Kind of like being upright through most of it. But I did keep telling myself I have done King Ka, and I feel like if I can do King Ka and survive, I can do anything smaller than King Ka. Truthfully, the only ride we didn't like was this haunted, spooky, scary one we went on. I thought my soul left my body. We screamed the entire time. We were so scared. And I think scarier than the actual ride, because the ride itself, when you like take a step away, isn't that scary. Like it's pretty scary, but it's not that scary compared to like haunted houses I've been in. But knowing that we were the only people on the ride, because it was pretty quiet when we were riding rides, and we knew we were the only people inside the room that the ride was on, that was scarier than the actual ride was, like the thoughts going on. I'm gonna put my blush on as my eyeshadow. My phone ran out of storage while I was filming. I have been meaning to get a ton of stuff off my phone, so that's on me. So I just finished up real quick. I'm actually thinking I might not put on mascara. Truthfully, only because I've only been wearing the waterproof and taking it off is so much work. So I might just curl my lashes and call it a day. These wings are really not looking like I want them to. I thought it was gonna be kind of rainy this evening, but it's not. So I've switched to this dress because it makes me feel put together, even though it's the comfiest thing on earth. So I'm getting ready to go out because my friend is looking at a wedding venue and she wants me to come with her, which is so exciting. I literally am like giddy over it. So there's a visit today. I don't know if I'm gonna go to the one that's tomorrow. I might just be FaceTimed in, or I might not be there at all. Still figuring that out. I think we'll talk about it later. So that's what I'm getting ready for. So I want to look, you know, a little presentable to go to this venue visit. And that'll be my evening. We'll pick up some stuff for dinner. I still haven't figured out what I want. I can't figure out if I want to do like I haven't figured out if I want to do like a pared down burrito bowl or pasta. Either sounds delicious, so I think it'll be a in the moment choice. And otherwise, the remainder of this evening is going to be getting some editing done for this week's vlog because I still haven't finished it. Oopsie. And reading, because I am absolutely obsessed with Portrait of a Scotsman by Evie Dunmore. This is, I talked about it in last week's video when I started it. It's the third book in, does she say, A League of Extraordinary Women series. Just over halfway through. I'm very close to being 3/4 of the way into it, and I'm absolutely devouring it. When I got back from Coney Island yesterday, I just like perched on my couch and read this for the rest of the day. I just particularly love the way that Evie writes historical romances. Even though there are pieces of society that she is talking about that I wish she would dig a little deeper into, I understand why she can't in the constraints of like a, how many pages is this? Just over 400 page novel. What she is able to touch on is more than what I see in a lot of other historical romances, and it's what draws me to this series in particular. Also just really love her writing style, like the way she does the dual POV, the way she's crafted the characters throughout the series is just, it's fabulous. So this one is I wouldn't even necessarily call him a rake. He's just a like gentleman that has influence through money. Like, I don't think he's necessarily an influential person per se, but he has a ton of money and power. And our female main character is Hattie, and she is the third daughter of a very influential man. And they are caught in a compromising situation, even though they don't know each other very well. And thus we move into their marriage, and we are thrust into a marriage of convenience. She's a stubborn upper class woman who has grown up with the breeding of upper class people. However, she is going to Oxford and she is part of the suffragists, and she is like on the front lines of trying to get the women's vote. So she is sort of challenging that upper class brat stereotype, but she definitely pulls it out for him because he's like, "You're such a brat," and she's like, "Yeah, I can be." And he is so fastly, what's the word I'm trying to look for? With haste, falling in love with her and pining for her, and the yearning in this book. My God, it is fabulous. I'm having a grand old time. We've also switched from England to Scotland. We're now in Scotland. I'm loving it. And then I have a couple other books sort of like on deck, but I feel like I just want to finish Portrait of a Scotsman and then on to the next instead of pausing this one to sort of make way in another book. Okay, I'm gonna turn my air conditioner back on, so you guys are gonna turn off. I've barely filmed anything today. Whew. I'm about to put on a face mask and make a cup of tea before I settle in to read. So I thought we'd chat since the last time I saw you was this morning. Today we are using the Kiehl's Rare Earth Deep Pore Cleansing Mask. I'm really hoping this will help this particular section of my face. Here's hoping. I can tell that my period is on the way because my mind, she is racing. that my anxiety over things I cannot control is so high. And I have to keep reminding myself that all I can do is what is in my control. Everything else will happen as it's meant to. I can't tell if it's working or if I'm having a reaction. So we're just gonna keep going. I wouldn't normally put a mask here, but these two pimples will not go away. Same with this one. It's like right in my eyebrow. Okay, we're gonna hope for the best. I do forget that I'm supposed to put this on damp skin every time. 10 minutes. That is the amount of time it will take for me to make and brew a cup of tea and have it cooling. I feel like I stopped my train of thought there because I got so focused on placing this mask. My anxiety is like, it's here. It's here. It almost feels incapacitating. So I am just putting one foot in front of the other to get to the end of the week, and then we'll do the same next week. And hopefully my period will come and lessen that, I'm hoping. It has been helping to go to my workout classes. I am doing 4 out of 5 days this week, so I skipped today. I won't do the weekend because I'm gonna go see my parents. I am gonna put a timer on and get to making a cup of tea. Let's get this off. I'm gonna let the serum really sink in and just sit after that mask did its work rather than continuing to rub and put products on my face, especially because this area I'm really hoping is affected by that mask. So I'm just gonna let this sit, and I'll put my moisturizer on probably right before I go to bed when I brush my teeth. Until then, let's get to reading. I am enamored by Portrait of a Scotsman. I did my laundry this morning and read this while that was happening. So I have this much left, which I will probably finish tonight. So I'm actually gonna pause this and have that be my like before bed read. And I'm gonna make some headway in It Had to Be You. I wanna get about halfway. I wanna see if I can finish the current part I'm in. If not, read to the end and through the next part. So we'll see. I think that'll get me to about the halfway point in this book, and I'd be happy to put it down for the night. So we'll see. Hello. I haven't filmed, whoa, I have like no voice. I haven't filmed anything today. I'm waiting for this to cool down. Migraine coming in, so I need to eat something and just like get something in my system. Today's a weird day. Mentally, I feel really odd. I think I was saying this in a previous clip, how I think my period's coming because I'm just like mentally not well. Or I shouldn't phrase it like that. My anxiety and like thoughts and brain fog are elevated, which usually means my period's coming. I'm really hoping it comes within the next couple days because I'm like at my wit's end. So I'm about to embrace the being on vacation thing that I'm doing, and I am gonna read. I'm gonna immerse myself in some fictional worlds and think about fictional men. I made a matcha to caffeinate. I went to a workout class today. I did my makeup and filmed some stuff, and a couple things that I was planning on doing today just ended up getting canceled. So it's just been an odd day. Hello vlog, it's Thursday. My goodness. I want to get some cleaning done and pack for tomorrow. So before I get into that, I finished It Had to Be You. We can chat about it a little bit later. I'm basically gonna show you like the gist of what we're doing, but I actually want to film the cleaning stuff for short form. So if you want like an aesthetic cleaning video, you can head over to Instagram or my TikTok. And this weekend I'm headed out to my parents, so I want to get my bag packed because I have a yoga class booked for like 9 a.m. tomorrow. So I basically want to be able to just like come back, do my routine, get dressed, and then pop out to New Jersey. Tidying was good. I really tried to just like focus on my bedroom. I did a bunch of stuff that I've been meaning to do, but it's definitely slow going. I'm trying to get better about just like getting rid of the things I'm not using, you know? Like if I don't need them, they don't need to be here. My desk is clear. I'm pretty much packed for tomorrow, which is great. And now I have this giant stack of books in my living room because I am swimming in books. Like, I cannot express how overwhelmed I feel by the amount of books, particularly unread books that are in my apartment. I'm really gonna actively try this month to make my way through and like weed out books that I've like put down or I know I'm probably not going to read. So I have 3 stacks here that I'm gonna attempt to tackle tonight in a very chaotic fashion. The 3 books that I started in my, we'll call it a reading sprint, last week that I know I want to keep reading and are probably gonna come with me and my parents this weekend. That's these books, and then also in that stack is the Black Tide Sun because I want to get started on it. So I'm debating bringing these 2, but I also want to read the S. Hati book, so I don't know. The in progress that I'm excited to read stack. This stack of books that I am in the middle of reading, all of these. I have an arc of Daughter of Winter and Twilight, which came out last year. I was so excited to read this, and I don't know why I'm just struggling to get through it. So I need to make a decision on this. Then we have Sorry Bro, which I was kind of getting into and then was like wishy-washy on. So I need to make a decision. Either I'm finishing it or I'm not. That's how I feel about all of these. We've got Lore of the Wilds, Sea of Stardust. I'm 99% sure I'm going to DNF this, so this will probably be the first one that I pick up when I like settle in. The Warm Hands of Ghosts by Catherine Arden. I was super excited about this, and I don't know if I was just craving. I also don't know if now is the time to make this decision because right now I'm craving pretty fast-paced books and none of these are fast-paced. So we will see. But I also think I can acknowledge like, oh, I'm gonna be in the mood for this in September. I have a feeling like at least 4 of these I want to just DNF and I haven't admitted it yet. And then we have my very exciting package that came for The Night Ends with Fire. I opened this up on a vlog a couple weeks ago and it came with a bunch of like instructions, and the audiobook for this just came through on my Libby, so that's definitely going to be like a next week. I'm probably going to dedicate a shorter form video to this, do reading updates that way, and then maybe like as I go inform the vlog. But this is a stack of books that I've just kind of been looking at and thinking, I don't know if I'm interested in reading you anymore. So I'm hoping, similarly to this stack, I can do sort of a little reading sprint tonight and come to the conclusion, like, are these grabbing me? Are they not? Am I interested, or can I get them the heck out of my house? Like, this one is chunky. It is big. This one is chunky but long, so it is also chunky. So that's what this stack is. Been sitting in a specific place in my room so that I could do this for months, and we're finally doing it. So that's the stacks. What else are we getting up to tonight? I've been really craving like a coffee ice cream, so I think I'm gonna go on a little walk in a bit and pick up fixings for girl dinner. I want to have french fries and Caesar salad, and I have the Caesar salad fixings here, but I'm gonna pick up some french fries and some like coffee something ice cream. Just have a little girly evening. So that's what's going on. I'm gonna kind of put these to the side because I know I'm gonna want to read these, and I am actively reading them. Probably talk about this when I do my skincare later. This section of my face is doing so much better since I did that face mask. I didn't film it. After I took the face mask off and I put my serum on, I took an ice pack and just like wrapped it in some paper towel and just sort of like held it to my face to hopefully bring some of that inflammation down, and it worked really well. Like when I went to bed, a lot of the redness had really receded, and I felt like that helped a lot actually. And I'm just noticing like my skin is a lot brighter, and like this guy was bothering me for a couple days and he's finally healing and on his way out. Really happy with the results of doing that face mask. She's so bright and happy, and I'm just, thank God. Also, while we're just chatting, I started, what the heck is it called? Long Live Evil? I'll have the book cover up here. I'm in the Libro FM influencer program, so I get access to their monthly advanced listener copies, and this was the first one in the list. I was so excited because I've been reached out to about receiving this book and it hasn't come, so I don't know if I'm getting it. And it sounded like something I would really want, so I was like, perfect, I'll start the audiobook today. I like don't have an audiobook really going because I didn't want to start the Night Ends with Fire until I had all the stuff with me to do the read along with all the PR stuff. I started it on my walk to work and I was like, okay, like I'm into it. And then we started to get into the fantasy elements of it and I suddenly was not into it. And I DNF'd it. I gave updates on my Instagram. I was so just like not into the writing style. Basically, this girl, they don't come right out and say it, but I think she has cancer. I'm pretty sure she has cancer. And her little sister is really into this book series, and so she knows a lot about it but has never actually read it. And then while she's in the hospital, she's visited by somebody who basically is like, you can go to this fictional place and change your life. And she's like kind of skeptical, but then ends up in the world as the like evil sister of one of the main characters. And from there is like kind of rewriting the story in a way, or at least in this, I don't know if it's like an alternate universe type thing, but the way she was interacting with the characters, I was like, if she had this thought process in her head, I could probably get on board, because it was like kind of snarky, very contemporary, but because she was actually saying it out loud, I was like, I am so turned off. Like there was just something about the writing style that I was like, ah. And so I had it on while I was cleaning and I made it, I think I made it 11% in, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. We have had our first DNF of the month, but it's my first DNF in a really long time, which is great. Unfortunate that it's a book I was really looking forward to reading. Ooh. But that happens.
She okay?
I'm a little scared.
It was a bad one, Annie, darling. It was a bad one.